All right, so most of us, when we start a business, we start off with the idea that we want to be successful financially, that we want to build wealth. But of course, what happens is because you have a certain mindset, that mindset hasn't been eradicated. You still think the same way that you've always thought about money. You still practice the same behaviors as you always have with money. Now that you have more money, it really isn't making a difference at all because you're still doing the same things. In order to get a different result, you have to change your behavior. And the reason why I know this is because I have been dumb. I have done stupid things as it pertains to money, things that go against building wealth. But when you want to build wealth, when you want to be successful financially, you have to practice what we call delayed gratification. Yeah, it's okay to want some things and to go out and get some of the things that you want. But you also have to put some of that stuff on the back burner. Matter of fact, a lot of it, most of it when you first get started, has to go on the back burner so you can achieve the goal that's in front of you, financial well-being, financial success, right? Now, here's the deal. Usually when people go out and they say, man, I work hard, I should be able to go out and do this or do that. That's usually a setup for you to do something stupid. So now, because you work hard, now because you figured some things out as far as your business is concerned and money is coming in, you feel like you can go out and make a dumb financial decision and set yourself back even further just because you worked hard. But the whole idea, the reason why you're working hard is to build wealth. So your mind has to change about money. Your outlook, the way that you see money has to change in order for you to get a different result. Some of you are just like me and you go out and you have done some of the most egregious things with your money and then you wonder, where did the money go? Well, you spent it. And now that you spent it, you don't have it anymore. You don't have control over it. You've given your power to somebody else. There are 5 things that I'm going to talk about in this video today that stand out to me the most, that are just 5 dumb, stupid things that people do with money. And if you change these things, if you change your behavior, you can very well get a different result. Number 1 on my dumb and stupid things to do list with your money, especially when you're trying to build wealth, is to go out and purchase a car that you're paying $700, $800, $1,000 per month for, when you're not putting aside that type of money for yourself in a savings account or a retirement account or a wealth building account. You're not doing that for yourself, so why would you pay that kind of money just to drive a car? Now, I know a part of it is because you are okay with seeming to be wealthy than actually being or building wealth. So now you realize that you have to get rid of that mindset, that way of looking at things and saying, I'm not just okay with it seeming to be. I actually want to be. So I have to make some different decisions. I'm going to go out and purchase a $5,000 truck. And I'm going to drive that everywhere I need to go. And I don't have to pay anything on a monthly basis for this truck, right? And all of the money that I would have been paying on a truck or on a car, guess where that money can go? That money can go inside of wealth building accounts for myself, because right now the focus is to build wealth. So I have to make some decisions, right? I'm going to delay gratification and say, it's okay for me to drive my nice little truck right here, right now, my old truck, because I have a different goal that's on my mind. I have a different outcome that I'm looking for, so I'm going to make a different decision than I would have made if I was just living haphazardly, right? If I was just going out and saying, okay, I got the credit, I got the money, I'm just going to go and get something, I would go and get it and not worry about it. But when I'm building wealth, the focus has to be on building wealth. Now, I'm not saying that at some point you couldn't say, hey, I'm going to go and get me the car that I want now because I have a nice sum of money saved up now. I have interest accounts where I'm making interest on the money that I'm investing, right? I have that part of my life taken care of. Now I'm going to do something that I want to do, right? Delayed gratification, not saying that, hey, I want it now, I'm going to go and get it now. I want it, but I know that something else is more important. Building wealth is more important, so I'm going to delay my gratification. Now, the second thing that I want to talk about that we abuse our money on is going out and buying a house that we cannot afford. And I think people do this because we bought into this concept that your home is your greatest asset. But when you really look at it, is your home really an asset when all you're doing is paying for it, right? You're paying a note on the house every month and you don't get any return off of that money that you're paying. So it's really not an asset until you go out and you sell it. And most people are not ever going to sell it. So you really don't really get any value from the value that you get in your home, right? Yes, you can put it on paper and say, you know, if you own a $300,000 house and you owe $200,000 on it, you have $100,000 of equity, and that's good. But most people don't get to that equity part because they're just scuffling, trying to pay the house note. So we don't want to make ourselves house poor by going out and purchasing a home that you cannot afford. Stay within your price range, because I certainly don't want to discourage home ownership, because it's important. It's important toward having a solid foundation, having an asset that contributes to your net worth. So it's important from that standpoint, but don't overdo it and put yourself in a situation that turns out to be the albatross around your neck. Third thing that I want to talk about that's a stupid thing to do with your money when you're trying to build wealth is to put too much attention on credit and not enough attention on money. You pay more attention to your credit score than you do to your money. You're more concerned about building credit than you are building your money. And that is a mistake. That's a crucial mistake when you are trying to build wealth. Because most people are not using credit to make more money. Most people are using credit to purchase things. And if you're using credit for that, you're paying a steep cost for that credit. So you end up paying more money out on interest than you are actually paying yourself to your retirement accounts, to your investment accounts, to your savings accounts. You're not paying those things a whole lot of money at all. When you look at the interest you pay, for example, if you take a look at a person who has an 800 credit score, they have likely paid out $100,000 worth of interest. Do you say, or can you say, that you have that same amount in a savings account? Do you have that in your Roth IRA perhaps? Probably not. You're paying for credit. The credit is more important than you, not by what you say, but in the way that you act. Now, the fourth thing that we're going to talk about that's dumb, that's stupid to do with your money is probably like playing Russian roulette. And I'm pretty sure that most of us would agree that it's not a good idea to play Russian roulette with your life, right? So I want you to think about this. You're making all of this money right now. You're doing really well as far as making money right now. And instead of taking advantage of this opportunity that you know you have on the table right now, you're going to say to yourself, oh, you know what? I'm just going to waste this money right now, and I'll hope that I'm able to make more money later on in life. Now, these are your most productive years. This is the prime of your life. The prime of your money earning potential is right now. And you're going to say, okay, I'm going to forego this opportunity and hope that there's something else later on. Does that make sense? Is that really like Russian roulette? That's gambling with your financial life, right? Take care of business right now. It just makes sense because I have the money right now. I'm making the money right now. Let's practice some discipline. Take care of business financially right now. I won't have to struggle as much. There's always going to be struggle, right? But I will have a nice nest egg that I built for myself. I will have a foundation that I can stand on now. That's puts you in a much better position than you would if you didn't do that. All right, now this last thing that I want to talk about that's a dumb and stupid thing to spend your money on is not because it's just a dumb idea to spend your money on things such as this, but it's because of where you are in your business right now. It makes this idea dumb and stupid to spend money on. And that is employees. Especially as new freight brokers, new truck drivers, you have to figure out how to make this business work on your own first, right? You have to figure out what's going to work and what's not going to work. And then after you've gotten the wheels spinning, you can look to hire some help. You can look to hire a team around you, but many of you go out and hire expensive help right away. And the business is not ready for that yet. It is not structured to handle that right now. And when we just go out and do that and we just say, okay, we'll figure out how we're going to pay employees, that's usually a mistake. Because you got to think about it. Labor is probably one of the most expensive expenses that a business has. So we don't want to jump right out and take on that big of an expense. You have to figure out it on your own as a business owner first, and then you can start to hire help. Don't make the mistake of hiring help, hiring a team too fast, because it could be catastrophic for you financially. Here's number 6. I know I said that I would give you 5, but I'm going to give you an additional one to grow on. I think this one will serve you really well. I want you to think about this. What is the most important thing that you have? For me, time is the most important thing that I have. So I have to be very aware of my time. And when you are aware of your time, you have to learn how to price your time. If you spend your time irresponsibly, you're spending your money irresponsibly. So your time is more important than your money, because once your time is up, then you're done. Don't waste your time doing things that are not in line with what you want to achieve. Don't waste your time doing things with people that is outside of what you want to achieve. Now, you're going to have some time where you choose to spend with certain people. That's your time that you've already allotted for that. That's okay, right? But be conscious, be aware of time, because there's nothing more important than your time. Spend it wisely and learn how to spend your money as wisely. All right, so those were 6 things that I think would be in your best interest to pay attention to be aware of, to steer your ship clear of these obstacles. If you do that, you can be successful financially. If you don't, it could cause you some serious problems and sink your ship. With that said, if there was one thing that I wanted you to take away from this video, just one, it would be this. Any time that you spend outside of working on your goal, it's time you're giving to something else. Time you're saying it's okay for me to spend this time doing this. It's okay for me not to give this time to my goal. But be aware that time is ticking. The clock is ticking. So can you really afford to give away time, to keep giving it away without getting something back? I personally don't think so. I think that you have to be aware of your time and treat it like it has the importance that it does. So that's what I wanted to share with you today. Certainly hope this information has been helpful. If you want to learn more about the freight brokerage business, you know it. I'll leave a free link in the description. It's my 5-video series, and it gives you the opportunity to really come into my office via video and learn how this business works before you come into it. Click the link. It's the BrandonTheFreightBroker.com link in the description box. It'll take you to the website. You can sign up for it and get those 5 free videos. And then if you want to know more about how the load board works, this is software that we use to move loads, to talk to our carriers and get loads moving in a timely and efficient manner. If you want to take a look at how we use this load board, I'll leave you a free video right here. So until the next time, I wish you the very best in your life and business. See you at the top, because the bottom is much too crowded.